Fears to Fathom is a game that many players, especially popular YouTubers, enjoy.
Look at him. Where did your toupee go, bitch? What you doing by the door now, bro? You got electrocuted on some Home Alone shit? Pussy?
I've always been curious about the killers' backstories in the series, but I wonder if the different episodes are standalone narratives. In the final story of Season 1, will there be a conclusion where all the stories intersect? Will all the killers come together in some way? I'll do my best to discuss the backstories of the killers and explore what turned them into the psychopaths they are today. The stalkers consist of two men, an African man in a blue hoodie and a Caucasian man in a white shirt. The focus here will be on the Caucasian man in the white shirt, as he is the one who attempts to kidnap Holly Gardner. While Holly's inside the gas station, the man in the blue hoodie exits the van to sabotage her car, which breaks down shortly after. He then gets back into the van and they drive away as Holly exits the gas station to refill her gas tank. The stalkers are implied to have placed logs on the road, forcing Holly to stop and exit her car. Once the stalkers check into room 4, if the player approaches their room, one of them will close the door. Later, while Holly is trying to sleep, the man in the blue hoodie spies on her through the window. When Holly wakes up, she sees him returning to his own room. At one point, while Holly is passed out from the spiked coffee, the stalker in the white shirt breaks into her room. He can briefly be seen hiding in her closet when Joe knocks on Holly's door. If the player checks the closet, the stalker will attack Holly. If Holly opens the door for Joe, the stalker will leave the closet and exit the room while Holly shows Joe where the coffee machine is. After Holly returns to her room, he attempts to lure Holly out of the room.
Hello?
But when that fails, he begins to break down the door. Once inside, he searches for Holly but is ambushed by Joe as he leaves the bathroom and gets knocked out. Despite the attempted attack on Holly, Joe insists that no charges should be filed against the stalker. The only reason why Joe didn't report the stalker to the authorities is because that would make his motel look really bad, which is Joe's business, and that would take a huge hit in his income, since people won't feel safe to come and spend the night at his motel once the news goes out there that there has been stalkers intruding around the motel area. And I am curious to what Joe will do to the stalker, so since he's not gonna hand him over to the authorities, I don't know if Joe's going to kill the stalker and secretly bury his body somewhere. I don't know how that's going to work. But in the comments down below, you guys can tell me your guys' thoughts on what Joe will do to the stalker. It's unclear what kind of person Cara was before her drug addiction, but Walter Baker rightfully deduced that she had been mentally troubled from the start, despite her ability to maintain a healthy relationship with her boyfriend Noah for a time. After she began using meth, her true nature emerged, leading Noah to break up with her and insist that she never contact him again. Cara did not handle the rejection well, especially since she was obsessed with him and Noah had tried to get her into rehab. "18-year-old Noah found Cara online, and despite their 3-year age difference, they began dating. 2 months into their relationship, Cara started using drugs, which made her increasingly difficult to deal with. Noah tried to persuade her to stop using drugs, but Cara responded by claiming he was the problem in their relationship, insisting he was trying to change her against her will. Ultimately, Noah decides to break up with Cara, which leaves her frustrated. Cara is first seen leaving the convenience store in her car. Later, she is parked across the street when Noah exits the store, after which Andy and Turner inform Noah of her presence. Under the influence of alcohol and drugs, she tries to text Noah to check on how his night is going and leaves flowers for him at his front door. However, Noah is unaware of her attempts to contact him because he blocked her number after their breakup. She later turns off the power to the house and quietly breaks into Carson's home studio, where she waits.
What the f was that? Oh shit!
As the night progresses, Cara becomes increasingly agitated. In a moment of frustration, she grabs a knife from the kitchen, intending to confront Noah about their relationship. Knowing Noah is nearby, she heads upstairs and tries to talk to him. Determined to confront him, she enters the room only to find that Noah has managed to get past her. Cara left after Noah managed to escape, but by that time, Walter had already called the police, leading to her arrest for breaking and entering as well as attempted murder. Her attempts to fake innocence were quickly stopped by the security footage from the Carson's residence, which captured everything. As a result, Cara was sentenced to jail for a very long time. The cult members consist of tall adult males. Aside from the presumed leader, who dresses in white, each member wears tarnished black pants and tarnished black t-shirts underneath. Many also wear necklaces that resemble symbols associated with satanic religions. Cultists encountered by the protagonist wield large sickles and carry various tools and accessories on their belts, such as ropes, knives, walkie-talkies, and even menacing-looking hunting knives. Little is known about the group's history prior to their presence at Armbark Lookout, although it is implied they have been operating for a considerable amount of time. Billy, a local, appears to be aware of them and regularly carries a shotgun for protection against them. The group seems to have no worry about kidnapping and killing anyone who wanders too close to their location. The unnamed cultist who wears a white cloak instead of a black one is likely the cult leader. Although the group is determined to keep their existence a secret, they are not always successful. Some campers and hikers who have encountered the group have managed to escape and share their experiences, which are typically dismissed as fabricated stories of cryptids. To support this illusion, the group dresses in horn masks and robes, which is why every time the victims escape from the cults, the authorities never believe them, which gives the cultists the opportunity to potentially traumatize or kill more victims. The duo first encounters the man as he stumbles upon him in the cabin. He presents himself as a kind yet unsettling owner. He takes them on a tour of each room, informing them about the supplies, appliances, such as the water heater, and warns them about a locked area of the basement that is off limits to visitors. Assuming he is their landlord, Rick Wilson, the duo comments on the man's strange behavior. Soon after Sydney dismisses a hiker, they hear noises and screams. Likely coming from the hiker as he runs away in fear. Just after Sydney texts the real Rick for help, the imposter approaches, probably to investigate who disturbed his sleep. After entering and engaging in a brief conversation, he asks Sydney if she is alone. She replies that she is at the moment, but that her friends will return soon. This prompts him to approach the fireplace, discussing how storms like this attract various types of people, some of which don't know when to stay away. As Sydney receives text from the real Rick, she realizes the man in front of her is an imposter. The atmosphere becomes threatening. The rental intruder notices Sydney texting and tries to engage her, which leads to a confrontation. He attempts to catch her, but she manages to hide until Mike and Nora arrives. The intruder ultimately flees through the backyard, revealing that he had been living in the cabin's basement illegally. The fate of the rental intruder afterward is unclear, other than that he becomes a wanted criminal. Considering he had no time to put on warm clothes, it's unlikely he would run far. The intruder is mentally unstable and believes the cabin rightfully belongs to him, willing to kill anyone who enters regardless of their intentions. It is implied that he used to work for Rick, who fired him due to his increasingly irrational behavior. Despite this, he was manipulative enough to give others, including Rick's pet, a false sense of security in his presence, with only the most cautious and observant individuals able to see his true colors. Thank you all for watching this video. If you made it this far, please remember to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see more backstory videos about the characters in the different game series you just watched. Goodbye.